claiming to be innovators. One was for Dole, a fruit company, which made him wonder how the hell fruit could be innovative unless they were growing purple bananas. "I thought, we have to professionalize this," he recalls. "There are more people with innovation in their job titles than accountants," he says, yet too often they're unaware of the science that could bring them repeatable results. Only last week he was in Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi, where 3 companies in 3 days asked him to conduct workshops for their chief innovation officers and explain to them what innovation actually is. "I had 4 hours to tell them it's about culture, strategy, training, having the right people. I said, I'm going to orient you to what's going on in your organization. I call it giving them an invitation to innovate." Demand for Trusco's services is booming. After 4 years, the IAO-IP, registered as a non-profit, has 1,600 members in 85 countries, with Trusco boldly forecasting 10,000 by 2020 and 20,000 by 2023. Members can take courses to gain skills in the science of innovation, working towards professional qualifications such as a Certified Manager of Innovation, $400 to pass, or a Certified Chief Innovation Officer, $1,150. They pay just $110 for the Global Innovation Science Handbook and a subscription to the International Journal of Innovation Science, whose combined retail value is normally $550. They can also access the newly launched IAO-IP Academy, a learning management system offering online courses, and they can buy places on immersion tours of Silicon Valley. And as mentioned, there are the webinars. This month's is titled How to Identify Blockers and Amplifiers for Innovation. Trusco, meanwhile, is also building a speakers bureau and working on a book provisionally titled Sex Wasn't Invented in Silicon Valley. As I look around the party, I notice one gentleman wearing a Bluetooth hands-free phone earpiece as he socializes. A friendly lady with a southern accent hands me a beer bottle and I try to twist off the resistant cap. "Be innovative, put the cap on the edge of the table and hit it," advises John Monette, a retired CIA technical operations specialist and US Air Force veteran who has just lectured at the Spy Museum about innovating on the fly. When Monette retired, he started a security and intelligence advisory company and established a non-profit called Quality of Life Plus at Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo, California, to foster innovations that improve the quality of life of those injured in the line of duty. Our conversation turns to tools and strategies for innovating, and I learn about TIPS, the theory of inventive problem solving, based on a Soviet analytics and forecasting tool. Brett's wife, Kirsten Trusco, who runs her own advisory firm, her business card promises deeds, not words, joins our group and tells me that most corporate innovators have arrows in their back and don't survive. That's why the association is developing practical tools to support the innovators and is working with the International Organization for Standardization to develop ISO 279, the global standard of innovation management. Kirsten introduces me to John Wolverton, a retired US Air Force commander now with Sandia National Laboratories, who earlier today led a certification exam review session for InnovaCon delegates on the subject of innovation tools and methodologies. Wolverton, tall, long-haired, and with a booming voice, typifies the hunger for stimulating ideas and yet the jaded expectation of their unscientific misapplication that I encounter repeatedly at the conference. He has, for instance, some very strong views on why most corporate innovators get killed. "Have you read the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene?" he asks me. "What's the first law? Never outshine the master. Every time I succeed as an innovator, it's when I have a boss who is much smarter than me. Law number 3, conceal your intentions if you want to survive." As I put down my beer and grab my note